guys like 2 minutes late, man. Well, okay, it was like 4, but still, I start like 10 minutes early sometimes. That's not a problem. Oh boy, you guys are silly gooses, you know that? Okay. Why? Hold on. What is my... Should be good on the Twitch side. Looks like we're good on the YouTube side. I'm going to count this as me playing Marvel Contest of Champions because, well, this has entirely to do with Marvel Contest of Champions. So I think it counts. I think it counts. Okay, that being said, Samir, welcome in number 1, Warlock number 2, and Samuel. You're actually third, man. Sorry, doesn't lie. What's up? What's up, D-Block? Rank 4 tomorrow. Very nice. Lock in, not good enough. Oh, Wolverine, RIP, man. Not going home with the medal today. You're going to have to come back strong tomorrow. All right. Okay. So let's get at it. We're starting from fresh, I think. We'll all... I don't really have a plan for how to best go about this per se, but I think we're in Microsoft Paint here. I think the best move is to just everybody will chip in where you want to chip in, and we'll just kind of go from there. I mean, we already know we have to put Karate Mike Takes a Sip on there, right? Also, I'm going to have to change my mics, or not change my mic, move my microphone so I can actually type. So I'm sorry if I sound a little bit different today's stream. My mic is pretty sensitive though, so I think we'll probably be okay. Oh, that's honestly not too bad of a time for you, Samir. It's much better time than my streams are. Where you can get those drops in, by the way, if you're still needing the drops on Twitch. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and just, let's see, bold. This isn't going to be professional work, just so you guys know. Never is. Karate Mike, end sentence with ... right? Oh, like you're saying he uses right, like the word right, as kind of a filler word to end a sentence. We can't have everything be Karate Mike related. No, drops will reset tomorrow, I believe. For the Kabam Livestream, I think. I would have to take a look. Let's see. We'll just say KM so we can abbreviate it nice. Also, that font is going to end up being way too ginormous, huh? It's really hard to... Oof. And then we want it centered, I think. Karate Mike takes sip. And then we'll have it be... Oh, man, I don't know what he peaked at last time. Let's say 3 times. Do you guys think that's too low? Or should we make that a little bit higher? It's so nice to be able to work on this. It's kind of fun. Since we had so much content, now we get to just chill for a little bit. Keep in mind, guys, this will be the bingo card that we go over. We go through tomorrow when we watch the VOD, because I won't be able to watch it live, unfortunately. He knows about the bingo, so keep it at 3. That's actually pretty wise. Guys, Karate Mike does know. He has like retweeted me a few times, or not retweeted, but he's replied and liked the tweets, I think, or something like that. I feel like 3 is pretty conservative. Not to get political or anything. Okay, yeah, no, the drops will not have reset today. I think they reset after the Kabam live stream tomorrow. Like, it's either after or right when it happens, because they have different drops for Kabam live streams. Okay, yeah, so it resets, according to Samuel, before the stream, which makes sense because there's exclusive Kabam drops. But yeah, I was just like, make sure to get all your drops in now while you still can. Okay, so I think this is a good jumping off point. If we need to, I can bring up the old bingo sheet as inspiration or for reference. What? Did I not put the, hold on. I didn't put the last parenthesis, dude. Takes 3x. Oh my gosh, I can't type. I promise I can. I'm actually a good typer. We'll put that right here. I've debated making that the free space, but it really is kind of risky since he knows about it. Dork will show up to, ooh, Tanae, that's a good one, actually. I think we had that. We knew for sure he wouldn't be in the last, like, big live stream they did, not the collective's live stream. But that's a good one. He actually could appear. How do you spell appearance? Or we'll just do Dork. Dork makes appears. Dork appears. That's all. Dork appears. I think that's a really good one, actually. I like that. What? B Dizzle gets a shout out? No way. We could do that as like, let's see, B Dizzle / bingo mentioned. And we can, that can be like tongue in cheek because they might mention it, but like not mention it, you know, because they want to be all secretive with it. Dude, it's so hard to try and format this so that it looks okay. Come on. Is that gonna... Come on. Oh, it kind of fits. You know what? It's fine. We can all read. Vincent shows up. That's always been a pretty good square. And honestly, I think there's good odds on that as well. Vincent appears. Now that can happen like if he just says anything, by the way, on the live stream, or if he like physically you can see him. A lot of times they do that zoom out camera shot. Vincent sometimes is there. That will count as well. Just put mention and not mentioned. Ooh, that's a good idea on the bingo not mentioned. Then we kind of like aren't locking ourselves away from a square. Yeah, I don't want to do that for every single box, but I think that's a good idea. Because I think this is probably the one that's a little less likely. Although, I don't know, man. They're pretty aware. Technical difficulties has to be a space. Yeah, that was a big hit last time. This keyboard is kind of starting to wig out on me, chat. Like sometimes it'll double tap keys. Let's see. Yeah, technical difficulty is a really strong one. I like that square. Yeah, Walrus, we'll just log that under technical difficulty. That's like any mic issue they have, and like stream goes down, lags, whatever. Okay, how do you guys feel about Thor Ragnarok gameplay? So like the buffed Thor. I think that has potential. I think there's a possibility that pops up. Yo, what's up, Pat? Welcome in, man. Oh, you said that, Samuel? Sorry. Oh, you did mention Thor Rags. Shout out. I think you're right. Sorry, there's a lot of chat happening. Wolverine, I don't know that they would announce that in the stream, but that's funny. I mean, they gave Ruby Thursday a synergy with Mysterio because they both have dome heads, so it's possible. They'll have a bio of it, but not gameplay. Dude, I think we'd have gameplay. They gave us gameplay of Stellar Forge Blade last live stream. Okay, how about the new Stellar Forge champion is teased / announced? Well, we know Chavez will get talked about. That's the chase champion. He's gonna probably talk about that in the recap. That feels too easy. Let's go ahead and add Thor Rags gameplay. I think that's a good one. And I think we go for gameplay. They're gonna talk about him because they're going to say, oh, you're getting drops by watching this. Make sure to watch this live stream for that Thor Ragnarok. Like he will almost definitely be a slide, but I think making it be gameplay makes it a little bit more spicy. You know what I mean? Today, Karate will use Baron Zemo or Gladiator in a showcase against new champion. Maybe they don't usually show the champions as defenders too much. They seem to focus more on attack, but it is possible. Design team doesn't miss. It would be art team doesn't miss. That is a pretty good staple, though. Art team / design. I guess they're kind of interchangeable. That question mark on the end. Our team doesn't miss. Art team. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think that's a good one because like it's kind of a fun thing to watch out for on the stream. I don't have headphones on and it's throwing you off. Well, I figured I have nothing to listen to, so I had no reason to have them on. Although I do have MCOC going on in the background. Unless it's my actual live stream. No, I'm not hearing myself. I could always unmute. I think that should be MCOC audio. Let me know if it's not. If there's somehow accidentally music playing in my browser, I would like to know because I don't have headphones on. Okay, I'm trying to think. What are some other complete banger bingo squares? I think Stellar Forge, the new Stellar Forge, like next Stellar Forge announced. I think that would be good. Or trying to think. We can also pick like a specific champion being shown. I think today we'll maybe hold on to the Zemo and Gladiator one if we need more ideas later on. Stellar Forge tease / announce. Drops mentioned more than 10 times. That's actually not like the word drops is said more than 10. I'm just gonna type Stellar Forged. I think that's a good one, you guys. Ugh. Forgive me for the formatting of this, by the way. It's so hard to find like a size of font that I can use across the entire thing that doesn't chop off words like this. It's okay, though. It's okay. We'll live. We'll live with it. Maybe like in the meantime, maybe I could like feed this into AI and it can like space everything properly for me. Let's see. I'm gonna say they have to say the word drops and we will go with 10x. I think that's a good goal. And it's not too insane. Like, I think it's very possible, but also something they could just not say. That's kind of what I'm thinking too today, but they could maybe hold off. Maybe they need to announce another piece of content or something. Since we're still chasing that last piece of blade, maybe they won't want to stagger the items. I'm not sure. Heartfelt chat about the state of Battlegrounds. Is there something super bad with Battlegrounds right now? I know a lot of people are grinding for that blade piece, but like, come on, man. Of course the matchups are going to be awful. You have people trying to climb to Gladiator Circuit for the Radiance. You have people trying to get that last blade piece as soon as they possibly can. Of course the matches are going to be bad, you know? A special YouTuber guest? I don't know that they've ever done that before. It's got to be something that's like happened or is like potentially possible, you know? What's up, Stud? How are you? Heartfelt chat about the state of Battlegrounds is possible, or just the state of the game, but there hasn't been a whole lot of bugs going on lately. I feel like this. Also, congrats on your big day, Spidey. Like, what's so bad about BGs right now, you guys? Is it literally just the matchups that people are getting, like, against stacked rosters, or is there something like fundamentally broken with the scoring? Wolverine. Ooh, Karate Mike with a... He always has a cap on backwards, though. Is he ever, like, not wearing a hat? He's kind of like me in that way. I like that might as well be a free space, I feel like. That's exciting, you guys. Lots of birthdays. My birthday is in like 3 months. A little less than that. Like 2.5. But I will not be turning 18, unfortunately. Ghost Rider kit? I think that could happen. Yeah, like, well, I think it probably will happen, right? There will be Ghost Rider gameplay. And that other person, I forget their name. Because they've already been leaked enough. Like, we've already seen gameplay of them. I guarantee you they give us some gameplay. Can we do like an over under 2 hours 40 minutes? Ooh, that's a good idea. Do you... Okay, I can give that mission to you, Spidey. Do you want to go take the average length of the last, I don't know, let's say 5 Kabam live streams, and then we'll put that as an over under? I think that's actually a really good idea. Wave, thank you, Samir. For a second, I was like, are you just typing the word like for the action? I was so confused. Is the watch party going to be live tomorrow? Unfortunately, no, I have work because real life sucks. But we will be watching the VOD, so make sure to drop by tomorrow during normal stream time. Those are some of my favorite streams. We have a lot of fun. It's super laid back and chill. The last one was really enjoyable. I think these are just getting better and better, especially since we're making this bingo card together. I think it's pretty elite so far. Karate Mike points at the camera. Does he do that too often, though? Also, thank you for doing that, Spidey. I appreciate it. If you're lazy, you could probably just screenshot the page, feed it into AI, and say average the length of all these live streams. Does he point into the camera that much? That's not something that's ever stuck out to me. I mean, I'm totally down to add that if he like does that frequently. Because we still need to fill like 14. No, wait. Yeah, we still have to fill like 14 more squares. Let's just do twice. If he, well, I feel like Karate Mike is in here on a burner account or something, and he's gonna just start feeding us crazy bingo squares. Should we re-add Karate Mike says Scooby-Doo? Because that's kind of been in all of our bingo sheets so far. And it's kind of my dream, because if he says Scooby-Doo, we absolutely know he's only saying that to give us a bingo square. I think that would be kind of fun. That's probably my favorite square. I might just add it and use my authority. Yeah, oh, dang, Swiss. That's all right, man. Welcome in. Insider bingo. Dude, we're gonna blow this idea up. We need to plaster this bingo sheet all over Reddit when we're done. Send it to all the Discords and stuff. Maybe it can get big enough we can get on a betting website, right? and then we can all profit. Just kidding. Don't do that. It's illegal. Mike can't pronounce a name from one of the giveaway winners. Ooh, Sheep, that's a good one, actually. That does happen pretty frequently. Or they mention, ooh, reply to a question in chat. Or they reply to a chat message. I think that's a good one. We had that on our last bingo sheet, and that is something they don't always do. And if they react to the message, by the way, I'm just going to say that also counts. I think that's pretty fair. Let's see. Giveaway winner. Name problems. I don't know a better way to word that. We'll go with that. I think that's fair. Actually, let's put that down here. You got $5 on Mike saying dude over 5 times. He says right. And then there he said your piece. I just, dude, that's never something that stuck out to me. I don't doubt you, Wolverine. I'm sure he says that. I've just never noticed it. Ooh, yeah. That, I will say, a staple of our past bingo sheets that almost always happens is Mike asks for a certain slide. Almost every single time. Okay, I'll add points at the camera. Just so you guys know, this is not Killmonger, it's Karate Mike. Just to address that controversy right now. Oh, wait, I was going to add... Hold on. I don't... You guys are saying he points at the camera a lot. I'll trust you. We'll do it twice. So 1 point won't count. I trust you. Don't let me down, please. We need to strap in because there are 70+ slides. That's possible. It could happen. Guys, we need to get some other things that aren't just Karate Mike based though. No, you tagged me on X with a compilation of it. Hold on. That can't be real. Man, I need to tweet more, man. That's a big problem I have. I just don't have a lot of time to manage a lot of different social medias and stuff. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to buy X Premium. Stop. Elon, I won't do it. You can't get me to. Oh my gosh. Here's Mike ending 30 sentences with right? No. Okay, hold on. Let me put my headphones on for this. I can't, dude, this is why I need to check social media. I didn't even see that you tagged me in this, Wolverine. All is right in the world, by the way. I have my headphones on now. Dude, it is a filler word. I will say, I don't know that, like, what he says in the tweet, the reason he's saying right so much, I don't know that he's necessarily always trying to manipulate or anything. I think that's a pretty, like, I've known people in my life that I know that's not what they're doing. It's just kind of like a tick that they have, just something they use as a filler word. Kind of like you would pause and take a breath to think about what you're saying next. You can easily just say right. But that being said, you're absolutely correct. That has got to go on the bingo sheet. Show it on stream? Okay. Hold on. Let me pull it back up. I can't believe that. Why did Boo do that, by the way? Like, how much time do you have on your hands? Oh, gosh. Okay. Here we go, chat. Hold on, hold on. Let me get you some audio. Sorry, you're gonna just hear MCOC in the background. I apologize.
All right, right, it's right.
This is crazy.
Right.
This is why. This is why I would never be the guy on Kabam live streams. By the way, just everybody, I would get crushed. You could definitely do that. You could pick apart probably so many things out of my live streams. If I was on the public stage like this, oh, I would crumble.
Right. It's right.
Dude, he needs like a little right counter that just dings every time he says it. But yeah, that's definitely got to go on the bingo sheet. I agree with that. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, dude. Right? That's crazy, right? And it has to be Karate Mike that says it, by the way. We'll just put it on there one time for this go around, okay? But if he like actually spams it, then we'll put it on as like a counter. Hold on. If he actually says that just a ludicrous amount of times, then our next bingo sheet will have, he needs to say it like 5 times, something like that. That's brilliant, man. Fair enough, Wolverine. Yeah, Wolverine getting heavily vindicated right now. See, I believed you, okay? I didn't know it was that prolific. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay, Spidey has reported back. Do an over-under for 95 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay, so we'll just do an hour and a half. That's like basically close. No, we'll do an hour 35. I don't think the seconds are going to matter that much. Stream over 1 hour 35 minutes. That's a good one too, because then like it forces us to watch the entire live stream to know if they hit it. And they do have their waiting screen, by the way, when it says like they go live and it says stream starting shortly. That counts, by the way, because they are live. I'll also do an under for that. And we'll put that guy right there. Thank you for doing that. I think that's a fun square. Reveal a new event with tier 5 alpha. We can run a poll at the beginning of tomorrow's live stream. Or no, because you guys could totally cheat. I'll run a poll right now. Why not? That could be fun. Start a poll. Kabam live stream over or under 1 hour 35 min. Right. Over and then under. All right, go ahead and get your votes in. I'm interested. I think it'll go over personally. That might be a good one, Sheep. Should we do, I think we do wide angle camera. I like that one. That one is just a nice solid. Solid bingo square, I think. Man, just let me move it. Thank you. Saying that there was a mixed opinions of something. Ooh, he probably will. They'll be like, we're trying new things with new seasons of Battlegrounds. Some of you guys seem to like it. Some of you not so much. We're looking at it again. Also, I don't know why I almost like morphed into a Donald Trump impersonation there. Seems like most of you think it'll go over, but it is pretty split so far. Oh, did I double up on Dizzle Bingo? Wait, what? What do you mean? What did I do? If I did something on accident, then no, I didn't. I've just been kind of typing as things happen. We could add Karate Mike takes a sip like 6 times, but I'd like everything to be unique. They'll definitely talk about collectives. Oh, yeah. One is not one. Yeah. Yeah, we have a couple that are in the positive and some in the negative. Let's see. We only need 7 more boxes filled, guys. We can do this. Put our brains together and think of really funny ideas. They might be revealing that like strongholds mode or like talking more about it. Isn't that what it was called? Where you would like put together your own like defense and like match up in like a mini alliance war kind of deal. Let me see if I usually write ideas down as you guys give them to me. Let me check my notebook. See if I wrote down anything funny. Oh, yeah, our last one we had, Mike says bingo. That's not a bad one. Holy crap. I'm looking at my rough draft of my first bingo sheet. I have Karate Mike sips drink on here like 6 different times. Maybe Wolverine, we'll hold on to that. We'll see if we can come up with maybe some better stuff. We could do... We could do surprise champion buff. That's always a decent one. It hasn't quite happened yet, though. What's up, Tanner? How are you, man? They have to mention Elder. It's too fresh. New Ascension champs? I don't think so. I don't think they'll announce new Ascension champions until the distant future, just because technically we get new Ascension champions with like the new champion like featured crystals. You can get them ascended through that, right? I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, you can get them ascended. Okay. How many Kabam employees do you think will be shown? Like on the seat next to Mike, not like if they wide angle camera shot, that doesn't count. How many like Kabam employee special guests do you think there'll be? Usually there's a handful. I think we could definitely do an over or under on that, and we could do like 2 or 3. Honestly, we can add surprise buff. We have a few spaces we have to fill, and I do think that's a good one. Not just because I suggested it. In the past, I've had a new Kabam employee is shown on stream, but I think at this point, almost every key player has been on the stream, so I don't know that it's going to be anybody's first time on there. Heart of Fire or a similar event? Ooh, that could be a pretty good one. Over under 1.5. That's a true gambler right there. Over under 4 people. Do you think he would interview 4 people? Karate Mike doesn't count, by the way. This is like Kabam, Honeydew, or Vincent, or whoever that he'll eventually, or just randomly interview about content, or like Jax or whoever. They probably will bring the next spending event. You guys think 4 people? That seems pretty dang high. There's no way. Does he really? I would be willing to go as low as 3. I think that's a lot more reasonable. Sometimes he can get a guest on there that legit is there for like 40 minutes, which is a huge portion of the live stream. I feel like 3 is the move. Yeah, we need to get plus odds on that. I'm just kidding. Also, I'm going to end the poll. It appears that most of you think the live stream will be over an hour 35 minutes, which I think is pretty accurate. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the stream so far, if you go ahead and click that like button. I know we are not currently playing MCOC, but we kind of are. We're playing the game of MCOC Bingo, which is just as fun and just as important. Yeah, I think that's completely fair, Tanner. I think we do an over under for 3 people. What would I call them? Kabamites? Kabammers? We'll call them Kabammers. We'll call them Kabammers. It's more fun than Kabam employees. I hope that's not somehow a derogatory term of some kind. If it is, just know I don't have those intentions. Under 3 Kabammers. Okay, we only have 4 more squares, chat. I'm loving this bingo sheet so far. This is fantastic. Got to add the extra 0.5. I think we're okay. Kabamites. I think Kabammers is fun. Stream has a dad joke? Oh, yeah, a dad joke or a pun? Holy moly, Nick. That's crazy. Definitely sounds like a slur. Yeah, please don't use that negatively towards any employees of Kabam. That would not reflect well on the stream, and RIP the CCP chances. What's up, Charles? How are you, man? I think we just say a pun slash dad joke. That seems like a pretty solid one. Which often goes hand in hand with Dork being on the stream, to be honest. Dorky Dave. Okay, three more squares, chat. Bdizzle laughs at a bad pun. No, I can't. I would love, it would be fun if I could add things that I could do into the bingo sheet, but then I could manipulate it, and that's not fair, because I want to get a bingo. I would just be like, haha, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. No, I don't want to be able to manipulate the outcome like that. Drax will appear at some point. That is one of my favorite squares, Charles, because you always get it. Could just be standing so still you don't see him on the screen. New Everest content? You think so, Tanner? Everest / challenge content, maybe? Like a Wheel of Fate or something? Maybe? I mean, we just got that with like the Epoch Gauntlet edition thing. I put that as maybe less likely. You can't tell if I fake laugh, dude. I'm so good at fake laughing. You don't even know. You don't even know, Spidey. Fake laugh all the time. Yeah, Dave wasn't in the last live stream, no. But they had announced that ahead of time, kind of in their banter on the previous live stream. Should we just think of like some random thing that Karate Mike could say, and then we all just tag him in it and try and get him to say it on Twitter? New realm event? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Tanner. I like that. We haven't had a realm event in a long time. I like that. I think that's a good idea, actually. I feel good about it. What are we thinking, chat? I think that's a good idea. I like that a lot. I think the spending event is just too likely. Like, I feel like for the bingo, we have to have things that may or may not happen, you know? Like, it's a total coin flip. I think it's very likely we have some sort of event, like spending event announced. I always giggle. I do. I mean, I'm never like outright laughing. There's been a couple times I've lost my mind, but I don't think it's really been on stream. MCOC is not really usually a game that caters itself to hilariousness, although there have been some total bangers in chat sometimes. I think are perfect. I think my favorite things are just when you guys have really unfortunate typos. That's one of my favorite things, man. Spending is almost every month. Yeah, it does seem like there's like the mini spending events every month, and then we have like the big mama. Like Cyber, July 4th, Banquet, stuff like that. 7-star Herc? Sheep aiming for the moon. I mean, that's possible, dude. A 7-star Archangel Chase. That could be spicy. A typo? Do you think there would be? I don't know if there would be. Kabam self-praising themselves. I don't know that I mean, they're just being positive about their work, I guess. I don't know. It would be hard to classify. Like, what is self-praising? We could have a meteorite strikes the studio. What is this? Seb, we are currently going over our Kabam bingo sheet. So this is the bingo sheet we will be looking at. Oh, okay, never mind. You got an ad. I want to explain it. This is our bingo sheet, man. Well, I'll explain for the YouTubers. If you're new here, we do usually we try to do a watch party. Unfortunately, I have to work tomorrow. So we're going to be watching the VOD during our normal live streaming time. And we're going to be filling this bingo sheet out as we go, which is like super fun, and it's very interactive. It kind of, I think watching the live streams is fun, but this makes it way more enjoyable. And we all get to watch it together and mark it as we go, and it's super fun. Accidental slide usage. I've had that in the past. We could add that if we can't think of anything else, because that usually does happen. There's an accidental slide, or Karate Mike will ask to go back a slide or forward or slide. That's a usually pretty reliable one. That's insane, Nick. Reveal something by accident. That's only happened like once, though. Kabam plays some of themselves on the local news segment. Ooh, that's not a bad one. I think that could happen. Announcing Elder monthly quests unlocked directly for Elder players is your guess, but it's too long for bingo. Oh, so like skipping classic mode for Elder. That could happen. That could happen. I could see that. Lightning strikes Karate Mike and he dies instantly. What? Oh, just kidding. Elder Rewards update for all stores. Telling that everyone is loving the BG meta. I have heard the opposite so far, apparently. I thought it would be good, right? This is the one where your health remaining doesn't matter. What's up, Legacy? How are you, man? Someone from Kabam announces they're leaving the company. That's actually not a bad one, because that kind of does happen decently frequently. Or they're like changing jobs. Do you guys think they would talk or tease at all Act 10? Or like maybe talk about potential like Act 10. I think that if they talked about Act 10 at all, it would be teasing it. Like they would show an image of the next like major villain or something. I don't know. Since we just took Karina down. You don't think there's any shot? I think it could happen. Possible. CCP code? Do I have a CCP code? I don't. I wish I did. I know 9 just finished. That's why I said if they teased it, it would be in like the smallest way possible. Just to get people like maybe hyped. I think I could see that happening. Yeah, I think we might throw that on there. New in-game content or like Everest. Yeah, I think you're right, Samir. Yeah, they'll probably recap the 9.4 story and then foreshadow Act 10 story. I bet you that could happen. Like in the slightest like way possible. And then they won't mention it until they actually get like the beta kicked out or something. It would be unfortunate if that happened, Wolverine. I freaking love story mode. Ugh, I feel like a new sale is just too guaranteed, man. We could do that, though. A lot of you guys keep asking for it. New Spider-Man champ in your yearly bingo? That's a good shout. Okay, so the sale has to be like Heart of Fire-esque, where there's like a busted chase champion of some kind. All right, guys, we have one more spot. Karate Mike crisp high fives the camera. No, there's no way. Yeah, I think that's what that was probably alluding to, Samuel. I thought maybe it could be like in the form of a 9.4 boss because they weren't announced yet. But yeah, I think that's why. Dark Phoenix Ascension. That's what it's Heart of Fire 2.0. The chase champion is just Dark Phoenix again. Oh, people would lose their minds, man. Gladiator Ascension? I don't think that would happen. Gladiator's too strong, I think, to ascend this early. Exclusive Ascensions, I think that's possible. But it would tie into Heart of Fire, I think. I think if they did that, it would be like a Heart of Fire type sale for a busted champion, and that busted champion would also be ascended. Because they made tons of money, I guarantee it, on the Heart of Fire chase. And if they just add Ascension, which is the new mechanic that's supposed to make them a lot of money on top of that, I think they know where their bread is buttered in a way, and I think that's what they would go for. A new comic motion video thing they do at the end of streams sometimes. New comic motion video thing. Maybe. Maybe. That would probably tie in directly with the art team never misses quote. We need to think of something absurd. Let's see. What do we have? Let's recap. We have stream over an hour 35. Karate Meg takes a sip 3 times. Drops is said 10 times or more. Thor Rags gameplay. Vincent appears. Technical difficulty. Dork appears. Reply to a chat message. Bedizzle/bingo not mentioned. Over 3 Kabammers interviewed. I still love that word. Giveaway winner name problems. Wide angle camera. art/design team doesn't miss or never misses. It doesn't have to be exactly that. Karate Mike ends a sentence with right. New sales/heart of fire. Bedizzle/bingo is mentioned. And then under 3, Kabamers interviewed. Karate Mike points at the camera twice. Stellar Forged teaser/announced. Surprise buff. Stream under an hour 35. Pun/dad joke. New realm event. I really love this. Is a good bingo card. This is a good bingo card so far, man. One of the giveaway winners start with a certain letter. Dude, I had that for the longest time. Giveaway winner starts with R, and it never happened. Never hit. So I'm so like I'm so turned off of that idea because it's just always been an unsuccessful one. I feel like this last space needs to be spicy. We need to risk it, guys. We need it to be like a crazy thing that would almost never happen. I think this one is where we put something just absurd. Something that would almost never happen. One of us wins the giveaway. The odds on that would be so low. Oh my gosh. Specifically, Samuel wins the giveaway. Just kidding. Guys, we need one more square. One of us wins the giveaway. I mean, that would be pretty crazy. That's reaching for the moon. They fart. I don't think you'd hear that unless it was like a huge cheek flapper. I don't think you'd hear the fart. They would definitely have the audio tweaked so you wouldn't. Karate Mike shaves and only has a mustache. It's never gonna happen. It's impossible. Karate Mike does a front flip off of his chair. Rigs a crystal for Spider-Man. Mic problems. We already have technical difficulties. I think we'll just put that under that banner. New PvP mode. I think that's honestly fairly likely. They've already technically announced one. I don't know if re-announcing it would count though. Karate Mike doesn't wear anything. Doesn't he usually always wear his jacket? Hold on. I'm pretty sure Karate Mike, like, he has a jacket he almost always wears, right? Like almost every single, it's the one in the thumbnail that I have today. I'm pretty sure that jacket he almost always wears. Or his vest or whatever it is. Dude, we could just say he doesn't wear that, as I think that would be solid. Yeah, he wears that in every live stream. His like maroon sweater. What would you even call that? Would you call that like a sweater vest? I'm not a clothing aficionado. I think that's a good one, actually. Because he always wears that sucker. Oh, sometimes he does wear a t-shirt, though. He did in August. But for the last, like, 5 live streams, he's worn it every single time. I think that's a good one. I think we should go with that one, chat. What do you think? No, he doesn't wear a Broncos hat on stream usually ever. But he does wear that maroon jacket. It's like a jacket vest. It's like flannel. Or like fleece or whatever. Oh, Mike Doe isn't. Oh my gosh, I deleted the wrong letter. There we go. I know how to spell doesn't. Don't worry, chat. I think that's a good one. I mean, it's crazy because he almost always wears it now. But it's not too crazy. Like, it's totally, he could be like, I'm going for a t-shirt today. Talks about collectives. They definitely will. They'll mention collectives. They always do their little stream recap. But I do think that would have been a good idea for maybe the last bingo sheet we had. Noko, also welcome in. All right, do we want to make any like last minute changes? I think we have a pretty dang good bingo sheet going. I'm pretty like pleased with what we have. You guys have come up with some good ones too. Also, I will be tweeting this out and I'll send this on the Discord, which by the way, you can join if you go in the YouTube video description. And in fact, I invite all of you to do that if you haven't already. But I'll send that on there. I'll tweet this out as well. Try and tag Karate Mike. If you want, you can do it live with the live stream. Although I encourage you to go over this bingo sheet with us as a class because it's far more enjoyable that way. If you do this bingo sheet live, though, I just do ask, please don't spoil whether we end up getting a bingo or not. I like letting it be left completely up to mystery. It was actually really funny how it worked out last time. I thought it was cooked. We needed Stellar Forge Blade gameplay. And we actually were going to get it. And you guys knew that. They watched it live and didn't spoil it. And so when it actually did happen, it was incredible. It was the last square we needed for bingo. It was amazing. So make sure not to ruin it for the gamers. But I think this is it. I think this is the chosen bingo sheet, chat. This is the move. I think we're going to go for it. I'm going to just not show my screen real quick, so you guys don't see my illegal stuff. I can't taint the pool by giving him access to the bingo sheet. I mean, guys, I just live streamed the creation of it. If he wants to know, he has the ability to. We will definitely get Ghost Rider and Wave gameplay. Yeah, I think so. Sorry, check something on my telephone. Mike is annoyed watching because now he can't wear his jacket. I think he'd probably wear it anyways if he was gonna wear it. Like, he knew about this whole bingo thing because he saw the tweet about it, and he still didn't say the words or phrase Scooby-Doo. So I think he doesn't care. It's like, bingo sheet be danged. Congrats, Tanner. Nice. Very nice. Dude, you should, you're a god at Fortnite, man. You could ramp that number so fast, I bet, if you put Fortnite content out. It's very popular. It is a very saturated game, though. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Should we go open? Dude, let's go get Spider-Ham right now, chat. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen the new login calendar for Elder. You get a guaranteed 7-star finally. I'm going to be upset if that's how I get Spider-Ham. So I hope he's not there. If he is ever like a login champion, I will probably like, dude, a 7-star Jean Grey for logging in is crazy. I will probably just like spend all the money I possibly can because I want to get him legitimate. Or if I got him from a login calendar, I would not use him until I pulled the dupe. Or I wouldn't celebrate. That's okay, Tanner. Playing Fortnite is like riding a bike. I don't think it would be. Would it be a crystal, even though it's a guaranteed 7-star? It's not like the past where you get the crystal where you can get like a different rarity. I'm pretty sure it would just instant give you the champ. Dude, I kind of want the Bong, man. Go blow my units on Dr. Bong features. All right, let's go ahead and just grab Spider Ham here so we don't have to worry about it. I know, Tanner, it's nuts. And it's, I don't think, I mean, I guess it is pretty difficult to be Elder right now. You have to do a lot of challenging content, but I don't think it's as bad as it's been in the past to get the newest progression. I think there's a lot of people Elder. At least that's the vibe I get. He's not there, chat. He's not there. Ah, man. Yeah, if you want the guaranteed Noko, yeah. It would be better for sure. I'm mostly joking. I would not actually, I've never actually spent units for a featured champion. All right, I'm going to take more SIGs on Iron Man, I guess. I don't really care either way too much. And I do like Iron Man. I've thought about ranking him a few times. W Nexus. I mean, Iron Man and Gamora are actually pretty excellent. Who is the third? I don't even remember the third option was. I already forgot. But yeah, Iron Man's actually really good, you guys. Don't dig at the boy Iron Man. Let's see, what do I have to do today? Complete a quest? Okay, I'm gonna go do my solo raid real quick. And all that fun stuff. We got our objective done for today, which was fill out the most epic bingo sheet of all time, so. El Jeremo. I don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize. I need to get a soundboard of me saying, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that with how much I say it. But thank you for the follow on Twitch. Oh, it was Gambit. Okay, thank you. That's why I forgot. He's like such a forgettable champion. Gambit. Yeah, Iron Man is ridiculously tanky, Nick. Like crazy. I don't think people quite understand. Also, my controller's not turned on, so that's embarrassing. I was like, what? Why is Miss Marvel destroying me? Dude, maybe they'll buff Miss Marvel. Or a Captain Marvel Classic. That would be the move. Yeah, Iron Man 2, like, he also just does a lot of fights. His armor ups can keep you pretty healthy. And he's got pretty decent immunities. He can deal out quite the pain as well. Dude, I'm excited. I wish I could watch the live stream and watch Party It. I'm so mad. I should have. I was planning to take the day off tomorrow, but then I had to call in sick for a few days. You guys remember this. And I don't know. I'm too much of a sucker, I guess. If I miss too many days in a month, I start to get a little nervous, and so I didn't want to risk it. As far as the raid week, it's still a few weeks away, I think. 1 or 2. Does Doctor Strange need the dupe? No, but I've been told that he greatly benefits from it and his sig level as well. That being said, I can't really tell you what it does, but I have heard it is quite beneficial. So if you have a Sig Stone laying around and you really like Doctor Strange, it's probably not a bad idea. Doctor Strange is, in fact, Timothy. He's just fun as heck to play, too. So many special attacks thrown. Won't be able to dupe him until June 9th. You never know. We could be given an Awakening Gem somehow. You do get Awakening Gem shards through EQ. Presumably, if you're Elder, you'll get more. Anti-Venom underrated? I think he's rated pretty well. I've never heard anyone say he's bad. He usually gets high praise, I feel like. Yeah, he's nuts in raids, too. Also, just overall, a very strong champion. You sure? Yeah, you probably will, Sheep. With that many, I would be surprised if you didn't. Although, who knows, man? Titan crystals can be cruel in this game. You pulled a 7-star serpent? Pat, huge congrats, man. Yeah, he's still good without the dupe, just so you know. Just with all of the utility he has in his kit. But yeah, he's much better awakened, for sure. Much better with that awakened ability. Man, when does Solo Coliseum reset? Is that next week? Or like we get the next fight? Oh, 5 days. Okay, so yeah, next week. We get to fight Airwalker and then Ebony Maw. I wonder if for Ebony Maw, they're going to put anti-Human Torch cheese in there. Not that it's cheese, it's just Human Torch destroys Maw. Who knows? It's weird that this is still here. I guess so you can check your points. Hold on, just out of curiosity, who had the highest run? Yeah, someone went crazy with Crossbones. 35 health bars. Sheesh. That's definitely got to be the highest of the whole alliance. Unless there's somebody cheating. Yeah, I think it was. But my run with Crossbones ended up being second. So I take that, chat. We take that. Elvin, thank you for the follow. Elvinudo? Sorry. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Holy moly. People playing Arena too? Oh, I need to go move in war real quick, guys. Oh, maybe I don't. I have the trickiest fights in this war. See, that's explored. It's all explored, I think. Dude, yeah, no, Airwalker's Special 3 is amazing. Definitely a candidate for one of the best in the game. They'll put energy diet node on Ma probably today. I do think they probably will try to stop people from using Human Torch in some way. I feel like if they don't, that would be really surprising to me. He's just like, not that he makes it too easy, but he just kind of makes it too easy. I think you could, you wouldn't even really have to put up a huge score. You could just totally speed run health bars. And I think they want to like stonewall you a little bit. But we could be wrong and we could just take Torch into the match and annihilate. Sorry, usually we do this in like the first 2 minutes of the stream before anyone actually has to watch the daily quest, but we did bingo, so you guys are getting this now. I'm sorry. CX443, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. By the way, you guys that are over there on Twitch, I am also streaming on YouTube, and you're more than welcome to head over there if you want to enjoy an ad-free viewing experience. Also subscribe. We're gonna hit 1,000, I'm pretty sure. Our stream's too awesome not to, man. Oh, you can't use Torch against Ma? Dang. You can already see who you're able to use for Ma? Or is it only Saga champions or something? Don't come to YouTube, we fight over here. No, YouTube is so peaceful. So fun, so enjoyable. And you guys are all so welcoming. Well, most of you. We don't talk about those guys, but you know who you are. Dude, we need to hop on the alt account one of these days too. Man, we have a lot to do in this game still. The alt account still needs to get to 9.4. I don't even know if it's in Act 9. One day, Swiss. You just gotta keep on keeping on. We need a like on the YouTube, please. We do. Yeah, give it the thumbs up as well, guys. I need all the likes. If we want to accomplish our dream of joining the content creator program, we need all the likes, all the subscriptions, all the follows, all the watches, all the views. Every little bit helps. Makes a big difference. Yeah, the alt account has been pretty neglected. I actually used to log in daily with it on my phone, and that would be what I play during the day. But I can't progress too much during the day because I like to stream that story content on stream. So I haven't logged in and just logged in for the daily super in a little bit on the alt account. It is not forgotten though. We will get back to it eventually. We've just had such a tidal wave of content in this game, man. We've been, and I love it, we've been locked into the main for a while. And I feel like we'll be there a little longer. Just like, we need some, like a little bit of downtime to run some arena. We've been really lacking on units. You guys know me. I'm a unit junkie, man. Like, this was a pretty heavy arena stream not too long ago. Rank 5 Venom? Yes. Noko, yep. No regrets either. My alt account would have to be Elder. It's only Valiant. My alt account's not even close to a rank 5. And I think the calendar would update next month if I got Elder. Doesn't update as soon as you change progression. At least I don't think so. Okay, there's the daily, finally. I mean, at least I'm getting units from that. The daily quest. Ooh, you have a rank 5 Jabari? Dude. We have a lot of Jabari enjoyers in our chat, Noko. You are in a very friendly zone. I think Jabari is a great champion too. Also, Deadpool X-Force is pretty awesome. I bet he just melts, man. I like X-Pool Dead Force. I've been wanting to rank mine up for a little bit now. I just don't quite have all the resources to go around right now. The daily super gets updated with Elder, yeah. Yep, you get an empowered Grace Crystal and more spicy stuff. Or should we do the flex team? Oh yeah, baby. But yeah, Deadpool and Doctor Strange and Jabari, excellent rank 5 decisions, man. Very nice. Mine are Count Nefaria, Yondu, and of course Venom. Now I only have the 3, just the bare minimum. Although maybe we'll get some content to get some more rank 5s pretty soon. What's up, Kate? How are you, man? I should just awaken Thanos and Kang. I have so many awakening gems burning a hole in my pocket at this point. Just do it for the raw flex. And then maybe I'll rank up Thanos to like rank 4. Have I done the arena? I did do the like 3-star arena, yeah. We're just in regular arena now. Earlier we were filling out our live stream bingo card. Now we're just kind of hanging out, getting some units, chatting a bit, letting people farm up those drops last minute, which I haven't even gotten all of because there's no content creators streaming right now, which is really unfortunate. I guess they need enough that there's like almost 24/7 a content creator streaming. It kind of feels bad, man, to not get content creator progression because there's just nobody live when I can actually watch Twitch. Yeah, it is. He is, Nick. The way his SIG ability works, it does make him pretty beefy. Dude, I bet rank 5 Rhino is just the devil to fight. He's probably so miserable. Who else? Let's see. We pull someone fun. Oh, I think it's Human Torch. Oof, I need to change some stat focus. Rank 5 Sandman. Sandman's pretty solid. Lord Adrigo, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Welcome to the party. Why are you blocking only? Guillotine, stop. You know what? Just go invisible. I'm done. It's fine. I haven't ranked Torch yet. I have a lot of good science champions. I'm in no rush. I told you I probably wouldn't rank whoever I took. Because it was either Red Guardian or Torch. Both science, both very strong science champions. And I already have a pretty well fleshed out science roster up near the top. Yo, what's up, Icebox? How are you, man? So yeah, I was in no hurry. You have an Ascended Penny? That's sweet, man. I like Penny Parker. Yeah, right, Swiss. Right. The stream has been going well, man. We kicked things off by putting together a bingo sheet for the live stream tomorrow, so it's shaping up to be pretty stinking fun. I can't watch Party It though, which is so killer. But we are gonna watch the VOD tomorrow night, so it should be really awesome. Need to rank Weapon X. Dude, there's a lot of people I want to rank up. Noko. You can't watch it, Icebox? Dude, if you can't watch the actual live stream when it's live, swing by for the VOD. It'll just be my normal live stream time. And we're just gonna all watch it together. I think it's really fun that way. Then we can all joke about it live together. Makes it a lot more enjoyable, especially if it's like one of their crazy long live streams that they occasionally have. It can be really fun to watch it as a stream. Oh, I still need to throw the Hulkbuster relic on somebody. I could do BGs? No, I'm not awake enough to play Battlegrounds, man. Also, I am not treading into those waters for like another week. Way too dangerous. Besides, I was just saying, we need to get a little back on the unit train. Whether that's only for a day or not. Uncle Sam is calling you into work? Man. My apologies, Swiss. Hopefully it's like not an awful day of work, though. I'm like crossing my fingers. Every day I go into work, I have no idea what we're going to be working on that day. Because the plumbing company I work for, they just move everybody around all the time. And you're always doing different jobs. Whether you're working on building a house, an apartment, a hotel, if you're doing service calls for people. There's so many different things that you can be doing. That, like, I almost pray every night, dude, just for, like, a good Friday. Hopefully tomorrow's not too awful. Today was pretty chill. We ended the day doing something I wasn't a huge fan of. It wasn't too bad. But we kind of got finished with a house we were working on a little ahead of time. So I'm hoping we didn't, like, work ourselves out of enjoyable work, you know? Nick. Yeah, because you can just heavy spam. Which plumbing job is worse, house or an apartment complex? So I mostly work on like new construction, so I'm not usually dealing with like those places of living in the capacity of like doing service calls. I would say like I've done service calls occasionally, but the majority of what we do is build new homes and stuff. So usually you're just always dealing with like clean pipe. So not taking like any sort of nastiness into account. For me personally, I enjoy plumbing people's houses far more. Like if you go to a commercial job, like a hotel or an apartment or just a bunch of townhomes, at least for me, a lot of guys like it. I don't. I get bored out of my freaking mind because a lot of it, every unit is the same and you're doing the same plumbing over and over and over and over again to the point where you don't even have to use your brain. You know how long you need to cut all your pipe. You know where to put the fittings and stuff. And there is some comfort in that, right? You always know what you're going to do, and you can just streamline it and get it down to be really efficient, which is something I really like. So you would think I would like that, but eventually you reach like maximum efficiency for something and it gets so boring because you're just clocking in, clocking out. I hate it. At least when you're plumbing a house, you're only usually at a house for maybe, if it's a monster house, like a week, but usually you're moving around quite a bit, trying to solve different problems at different houses and stuff like that, kind of using your thinker a little bit. So I enjoyed that a lot more because you feel more engaged and you're not stuck at the same location or doing the same thing over and over again. So personally, I prefer residential. I don't like commercial. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion on things. If I really want to show up to work and like not work, commercial is usually a good option. Like apartments and stuff, because those guys tend to drag their feet a little more. But yeah, I think residential homes are where it's at. You can kind of put your own flair on things a little bit more too. Make it a little more custom. But yeah, if it's like an actual customer home, I haven't done enough of that to really form an opinion on that, because I've done pretty few service calls, and I think the ones I've done have been very tame. So that one is still unknown, I guess. Ooh, that sounds horrid, Pat. Ugh, that's gross, man. Ugh, yeah. I've heard some stories, like our company has guys that exclusively do service calls. I think that's why I haven't only been on so many. Usually we'll do service when those guys are busy with like a big service call, or they're just taking the day off. So we have to kind of fill in. Or if we just get overwhelmed. So yeah, we don't usually end up doing it too much. But yeah, I've heard some stories from those guys that are just mortifying. Occasionally you win the lottery, man, and you get like the worst service call you've ever can imagine. Just for like an example, if you're squeamish, maybe you don't want to think about this. I don't know. Anyway, so there's a thing called a septic pump. And basically, it's just a pump that pumps poop. That's all you really need to know. And there was a service guy that, like, he went out to go try and fix one that was not working. It was clogged or whatever. I don't know what happened. Long story short, though, he unclogged it and everything flew at him. And he was just covered head to toe in what you would find in one of those, like, man. Like, I'm not built for that. That is a non-starter for me, that kind of stuff. If you just need me to unclog your drain in your kitchen or something, but like, I'm not, that's crazy. So it can go bad. Unfortunately, I haven't been on the receiving, well, not unfortunately, but I haven't been on the receiving end of anything that bad. So my opinion is largely positive, I'll say. Do I use AI in my work in any way? Not me today. I mean, well, so I haven't been doing it for very long. Occasionally I've asked AI like about like certain legal things, or code, which is what it's called in the trade, of what I could or couldn't do in the state I'm in. But yeah, no real big use of AI that I see. There's a chance maybe like people doing blueprints for the houses and stuff utilize AI in some way. I'm not sure. But yeah, I personally don't use it. Most of the trades are like that, I imagine. Just if you have like a quick question, it's good for that. Whoa. Samir is quite the big deal. Oh my gosh. Member for 1 month. Hey, thank you, Mitch. Read last few. Okay. Let me catch up with the Samir messages. So you don't like houses, much harder to track where everything leads, especially when the customer, yeah, if they don't tell you anything or they don't even know where their plumbing is. Absolutely. Like we've had to cut into some walls a few times. You're saying industrial is better. I haven't had any industrial jobs yet. I don't think we really do too much of that here. As an apprentice, how do you actually make a solid living? Are the wages much better in America, or does my wife have a really good job? Hold on. JWAG, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, so I make a decent amount of money. It's nothing crazy. The company I work for, with all the plumbers I've talked to, they appear to pay the best. And it's a pretty livable wage for us. My wife does work part-time though, which helps. But yeah, we just try to be frugal and not live super crazily. We also, the place we do live is kind of, we get a family discount, so it helps. But yeah, apprentice wages here, at least for like the place I work for, is like a livable wage. Like if we needed to go pick up and move to just like an apartment or something, I think we'd still be fine. Like bills and stuff. It'd be a lot tighter, but yeah. And if, yeah. And from what I understand, as you complete classes over here, the wage ramps up relatively quickly. Also pretty cool member thing. Dude, all the member things are nice. But yeah, Samira, I'm actually surprised. So you don't, like, do they just pay you like minimum wage? Or I don't even know. Is there a minimum wage where you're at? I know the US has that. I know if I got paid the minimum wage, I would not even be able to get groceries every week. D-Block, you may be... Okay, I think your problem, D-Block, is you might need to watch a streamer who is a certified Kabam content creator. So, like, they're part of the content creator program. That's how you get the last half of the drops. The first half you can get from anybody, and then the last half have to come from watching those guys. That may be the problem you're running into. I don't think anyone is live right now, though. My wife do plumbing too. Maybe if she really needed to, but no, she is she does not in fact know the trade at all. Apprentice wages are really bad? Dude, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Come over to America, man. That's horrible, man. Apprentice work it's tough, man. At least where I work and the people I work with. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting paid pretty decently, I feel like. Although you never really know until you ask around, I guess. I guess for you guys, though, it's like a gamble, you know? You get paid kind of crummy wages now, but you expect it to just blow up when you're finally certified. Oh, that was a good neck pop. Yeah, I'm very grateful for it. I don't know how I would do this apprenticeship if I didn't make a semi-livable wage. And I'm not saying, I'm not like raking in the big bucks, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely like not minimum wage. Samira, that would be sweet, dude. Come to the States. Do it. Come to the dark side. You've never heard of women plumbers? Pat, there are... Hold on. There are 3? No, I think there's 4. I think we have 4 female plumbers at the company I work for. We just recently hired a new one. They are out there. Ironically enough, 2 of the 4 are named Madison. I don't know if that's a coincidence, but it might be. I'm not sure, A1. Honestly, I could have missed some too. I haven't farmed up the CCP drops for this last go around. I would be doing it now, but nobody is live so far as I'm aware. If you can eat dirt for a year, then yeah, you can make it. Right? If you just live on ramen and spaghetti. Yeah, Samuel's mind could never comprehend. 2016? Dang, that's a long time ago. Are they hot looking? I mean, I can't really answer that question. I'm a married man. If I weren't a married man, the way I would answer that question is not really to me. But they're not like awful to look at. I don't know. I don't really know a good way to describe it. Yeah. Yeah, what's a minimum wage? You mean $1 million? Are you talking about how much you can put on your credit cards? Because that doesn't exist for me. Samuel over here counting his stacks of money. Good save. Thank you. Just digging the hole deeper. You tied? I very rarely see ties. I'm sure it's happening a lot more though, since there's no health element, right? With attacker health. An amazing save. No, I gotta answer it. Now, if B Mizzle is watching, she'll be okay with that answer. No, dude, get in line, man. I get the 100K first. You can get the next 100K. And can you imagine? You get 100K dono? Oh my gosh. That would be madness. Or you just have Mr. Beast in your chat, I guess. Yeah. Just start with this one simple step. It's like those internet ads. Doctors hate this one simple trick. Bankers hate this one simple trick. Just have $1 million. Trust the process. We'll get there. Yo, I'm good for it, Dawn. Just give me the milli. I'm good for it. You know I'm good for it. I'll pay you back. Oh, man. Okay, I was thinking about this earlier. This is completely unrelated, but I just saw Blade on my loading screen. I should probably start ranking up my Stellar Forged Star-Lord. And then when I get Blade, rank him up. Because they're probably going to be that, like, big quest to get Doom at the end. And it'll probably be just like the Deathless. And I'll almost definitely need those guys ranked up. So I might as well bite the bullet now. As much as I don't really want to rank them up right now, but I probably should. I think that's just good advice as well for those of you out there doing the Stellar Forge chase. Really? Okay, there you go. And there's never enough rank up resources, I swear. Then I'm gonna want to rank up Dr. Bong. And it's never enough to go around. Yeah, I think you're right, Samir. I think that's probably how it'll happen. And then maybe the super boss will be like Karina. Deathless Karina. Or Nameless, sorry. Nameless Karina. I mean, Star-Lord is definitely the most built for something like Necropolis. So if I were going to pick and choose, I think he would probably be the best to rank up. I do think I'll need to rank up some of them for fights though. Maybe not all of them, because like, yeah, you're right. I mean, you technically didn't have to use all of the Deathless. You just needed them on your team. And I think like Star-Lord might be that guy. He is built for Necropolis kind of like content. I would be down for an Act 9 Crucible. I think that will probably exist anyway, though. That might be a way to get a piece of one of the upcoming Stellar Forged. I don't think it would be like the Deathless quest, though. I think they'll probably kick something out that's almost exactly like Necropolis. Just bigger attack, bigger health pools, different defenders. Yeah, I think it's fair to reason that it would pattern the release of Deathless Champions. It has so far. Please not the Crucible. Samir, just don't lock yourself out, man. Just have a plan going into it. Don't soft lock yourself. Anything but that. Oh, that's such a tragedy. Honestly, I still can't believe you had the resolve to go back and do it like after that. Honestly, I would have just been like, okay, I'm not meant to do this content. Do you not know the lore? Oh my gosh. Samir, hit him with the lore. The lore is pretty incredible. You still haven't done either Crucible? Nick, it's really fun. Don't bother with the oldest Crucible. I don't think it's really worth it. But the newest one is still really fun. The Act 8 Crucible is good. I think that's what it is, right? Or is it yeah, it's Act 8 Crucible. I enjoyed it a lot. Like planning for the fights and stuff. Dude, we do like an olive book to Crucible. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine the grind? The planning for that would be such a nightmare. An everything Crucible. That'd be elite. every fight, every boss fight in the game in one huge gauntlet. And the earlier bosses are adjusted with their health and attack values. By the way, just to like refresh this mind in everyone's skulls, and Kabam, in case you're watching, if we got rid of the variants, right? I think it would be fun to have a variant for every single like storybook or act 1 quest, where it's like a, I don't know, you could say evil or like shadow variant, where the fights are just all really hard. It's the same exact defenders, but they just have like boosted stats, and then maybe you could throw on a couple nodes. I don't know, just something, some modifier to make the quest difficult. And it could be like like a dark side version of that quest. I don't know. Just like really challenging content made from the not challenging anymore earlier content. I think that could be fun. A harder collector. Yeah, maybe leave like those bosses alone. You could increase their health, but I think they're challenging enough. There are people in here watching that, Samuel. They're claiming it's peak. Yes, literally yesterday. Yeah, Pat. It does seem how a lot of things are. 7 stars really, I think, opened a lot of progression up to people. But yeah, Samir is a man of sheer will. That was actually how Samir found the channel too. Tanner. Original Act 6 Crucible. You could still do that. You could still do Crucible for like old quests, but you would just boost their stats. Maybe you could add a note or two. Samuel, as soon as you do that, they're gonna release like an easier way to get him. Just watch. That's what makes me like have pause about spending for anything Deathless related. Is like, surely eventually it's going to be cheaper, right? It can't be that expensive forever. The madness has to come to an end. I know, A1, that's what I was saying earlier. I'm usually a very consistent arena grinder. Anyone who watched any of my streams last year could tell you that. The last few months, you're right, we just haven't had a lot of arena time. It's been nonstop go, go, go. Do Karinas, do 9.4, do EQ. All the things. We have a little bit of a calm time here. Not much, though. Stan Lee? Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. I didn't know you were still alive, my man. Glad you're gracing our stream with your presence. I love your work. It was, Samir. I can't remember exactly how it went, but I think I replied to your tweet or something. And I might have plugged my stream. I don't even remember, dude. But yeah, we did get a Deathless in Banquet, but I think that was kind of a rarity. I don't know that we'll keep seeing Deathless selectors. Maybe. I don't know. I just think like the price should be cheaper the more pieces you own. I feel like it would be hard to distinguish between pieces people have bought and people have earned, though. Like, if I earned a piece legit, I think the other pieces should be cheaper. You know, if you want to buy, like, starting from 0 pieces and buy all of them, I think that's a little more reasonable to, like, just be expensive the whole way through because that person didn't earn even a portion of it. But, like, I earned quite a few Deathless pieces, you know, not enough. But it just, dude, I'm not blowing 5,000 units on it. No way. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a long time ago, Samir. I just remember that's where it all stemmed from. Which is maybe why I should get on the Twitter wagon a little bit more. Dude, the Stan Lee cameos were like what I would look forward to every Marvel movie. Like, truly amazing. Watch, they're gonna try and do a Stan Lee cameo with AI, and it's going to anger everybody. Yeah, I've almost been streaming for a year now. Come August, I think. I think August was when I started. But we streamed a lot longer early on. We used to stream for 3 hours, and then I got employed. It's all right. I think our 2-hour streams are good, though. Short and sweet. Yeah, it's been a long time without it. I don't remember the last movie he was in. I bet you could look it up. They had a strike about, like, yeah, being able to have AI rights, but there's still people that like there's still people that have signed their AI voice away and stuff like that through legislation. I don't know what, like, Stan Lee or his descendants, I don't know what kind of legal stuff has to go on, but it's definitely possible that he could be resurrected with AI. I just think the people in charge of his estate would have to agree to it. And I mean, everyone's got a price, right? So, I don't know, maybe someone could cough up the money. I used to do some 5-hour streams. Those were like Epoch and stuff, though. Those were not regular. Those were very, very hit and miss. That was only like big content. I totally would try to do 3 hours again if I just wasn't putting in 10-hour work days. I'm just so, dude, I just need to sleep at the end of the day. Have a good one, Walrus. Thanks for dropping by, man. Helping us with our bingo sheet. Thank you, everyone, by the way, for participating. I know it's kind of a fun, silly thing, but thank you. All right, this will be our last arena run, I think. Ooh, this guy doesn't fear the clock, it seems. Good for you. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Maybe somebody in chat does. Dude, this is a really good time to run arena, though. I've seen a lot of people using ouchies. because Battlegrounds is all about speed. Heil Hydra chat. No, it doesn't. Don't be ridiculous, Samir. He doesn't even know me. It's true. Everyone's got a price, man. My price? Shockingly low. I'm just kidding. Depends what you want me to do. You want me to murder somebody? Oh my gosh. You would have to offer me like all the money in the world. I don't know that you could like that's a pretty moral like hard stance I have. I would never kill somebody for money, no matter how much it was. You would have to give me all the money in the world and also guarantee there is no God. Like, I would not be willing to risk it, man. That's like probably like my biggest like hard line. You want me to go like take something off a supermarket shelf? If you're gonna pay me enough for a good lawyer, I'd think about it. I think everyone would, to be honest. And if you say you wouldn't, you're a liar. Yeah, in real life, I know there is in, I mean, I'm even it in the Marvel context, Pat. I'm sure there is an evil organization in real life, though. That wouldn't surprise me. It is kind of a cool name. If I was trying to be a menacing evil organization, I'd want to name it Hydra. Even if, I mean, even if you're killing a really, really bad person, I think, yeah, I mean, that is an interesting moral conundrum for sure. Because in a way, you're just like defending your country or self or family or whoever. And that makes a little more sense. I would have to sit on that. That one I could be swayed. Maybe if it was just like an objectively awful person, and if I didn't do something about it, then they would do something like infinitely horrible to others. Maybe. I mean, yeah, I still think murder isn't, or killing is inherently an evil thing to do, though. I think the only time taking somebody else's life is even close to permissible is if it's in defense of a life. I think it definitely has to be like life for life, definitively. But again, it is a very, I mean, that scenario is always very tricky to judge, right? And try to have moral clarity on. That's why I would probably try to stay away from it altogether. Might as well use my Mysterium. Oh, Swiss, dude, that's brutal, man. That's moldy bread is the worst. Or when you make the sandwich and then you discover later that day there's a moldy piece in there, and then you wonder, did I miss the mold? Did I just eat the mold in my sandwich? I've had that happen to me a few times. I'm not sure, Samael. I would imagine tomorrow. If you tell, well, if you're getting away with it, it's done, Nick. Oh my gosh. Committed. A couple mil would do it. I mean, everyone's got their price, right? That's what we were just saying. Okay. Well, speaking of my price, I'm going to Captain Price from Call of Duty and Go Dark, as in end the stream. That was a bit of a stretch of an outro. Anyway, thank you guys for dropping by. Just a quick reminder for all y'all. Tomorrow, Kabam does have their official live stream, during which, if you watch it on Twitch, you'll be able to get exclusive drops only from watching the live stream. You'll also be able to participate in some giveaways and stuff. I highly endorse you do that because the drops are probably going to be great. And you could win a new champion. Who knows? So make sure and hop on that. If you need to know when that is, and time zones can be ridiculous, you can go to Kabam's YouTube channel where they live stream all of their live streams. They have it scheduled, and it will show you when that live stream is scheduled to go live in your local time. That is the easiest way I have found to find when they will go live. Okay. So if you go ahead and do that, you'll know when they'll go live. You won't miss it. And they'll be live on YouTube and Twitch at the exact same time. So you can use YouTube to find out when it's going to be, then go to Twitch after that if you don't want to do any sort of time zone conversion magic. Okay. That being said, we did work on our bingo sheet, and I think is very successful. You guys are more than welcome to use it live tomorrow, although we will be watching Kabam's live stream VOD, which will be pretty fun, and we'll be going over the bingo sheet tomorrow night for our live stream. So make sure and tune into that. It's always really fun, man, and the more people we have there, the better, because we have some good laughs, some good bingos, hopefully. Cross your fingers, you guys. Other than that, though, guys, thank you for coming out. Everybody go ahead and give yourselves a crisp high five. Thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate you guys all a whole ton. You make the world go round for me. You really do. Thank you very much. Have a good rest of your night or good rest of your day, whatever it is for you. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.